Hey people, DJ Be Quiet from Divine Sound and Lighting. Today I want to share with you guys how to map a Numark Orbit using MIDI control to trigger light scenes through Show Xpress Live. A couple things you want to do to get that started is to set your Numark Orbit back to factory settings and then pair it with the USB dongle that came with the device. I'm running Windows 7 with a Show Xpress 6.333. Works with Mac as well. I think the process is pretty much the same. It's pretty simple, probably like a 3 or 4 step process I'm going to take you through here right now. So one of the things that you want to do to get started is you want to put this, you want to set this back to factory settings, and the way you do that is put it into maintenance mode. And you do that by hitting the 1 button and the 4 button at the same time and turning the power on. Then you'll see that the 1, 2, 3, and 4 buttons are now blinking. To put it back into factory settings mode, just go ahead and hit this button and then hit this button, and everything should stop blinking and the 1 should go solid. That lets you know that it's successfully gotten back or been converted back to factory settings. Go ahead and power it off to complete the process. And then power it back on to make sure it's saved. And it has. Okay, so now the next process we're going to do is pair it with the USB dongle. The way we get that done is go ahead and open up Show Xpress, because we're going to try to register with the computer and the device with the computer and the software at the same time. So I have a universe found, and my light is running, and my PC link is on. Hey, Mr. Bill. So to get that started, all we're going to do is put this back into maintenance mode, which is press the 1 and 4 button and the power button at the same time. So now it's in maintenance mode. It's pretty quick. What we want to do is go ahead and press this button first. K1 should start blinking. Take the USB dongle and insert it into your computer. Once you do that, K2 should start blinking as well as K1. So now that both of those are blinking, it has registered the device. It has found the device, but it hasn't paired it with the Numark Orbit. And to do that, just press this button and you should be able to hear it connect. K1 and K2 should stop blinking and K1 should be solid. Now you have successfully paired your device with a Numark Orbit. After that's done, go ahead and leave it alone. Go over here to Show Xpress, and then we're going to go to Settings. We're going to go down here to where it says DMX MIDI Patch. Once DMX MIDI Patch opens up, we're going to select MIDI Input, and we're going to click Enable MIDI Input, and we're going to hit the drop down menu and select Numark Orbit. It doesn't show there right now. I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off, shut it down, and connect it again or restart it again so it'll register. Just bring it back up and then go back down here to where it says DMX MIDI Patch. Go to MIDI Input and it should show up right there with Enable MIDI Input. Click Learn and go ahead and click Close. And that's pretty much it for that process. Alright, for the rest of this video, we're going to be using 4 Chauvet Slim Par 56s, and I have 2 Chauvet Intimidator Bing 350s that I want to use for this video to trigger some light scenes with. So we're going to go to Show Xpress and open up Live. And once we have Live, I have some static uplight scenes that I have, and some moving head scenes that I'm going to use. You can select any scene that you want. Once you select that scene, we're just going to use for this purposes for my Slim Pars, we're going to use blue. We're going to select blue. Right click any light scene that you want to use, and then click button trigger. Once button trigger is selected, a dialog box is going to pop up. We're going to go right here to where it says MIDI, right there to where it says MIDI. select MIDI, and then go over here to where it says Learn, click Learn. Now from there we're going to go to the Numark Orbit and select whatever button that we want to use to trigger that particular light scene that we just selected. So I want to use this one right here. I'm just going to select it, press it, I think for like 2 seconds. Once you do that, you're going to click Apply, and then you're going to see where it is registered. It's going to have registered a number there for the button that we just selected on Numark. That lets us know that we just selected that particular. We just saved that button, that MIDI control in that button for live in the Numark Orbit. So that's blue that I want to use, and then I want to just use let's just use a strobe. I'm going to right click it, and then I'm going to go down to button trigger again. I'm going to go over here to where it says MIDI. I'm going to select Learn. Then I'm going to go to this button again on the Numark Orbit and select this button to use as a strobe button and select it. And then I'm going to go back up here to Live and click Apply, and it should have registered right there where it says my power strobe. For my moving heads, we're going to use this pink color that I decided to make a scene with. Right click it, then we're going to go up to button trigger, and we're going to go to MIDI, select MIDI again. I'm going to click Learn, go down here to the Numark Orbit. I want to use this button here to trigger my moving head scene, and just press it. And then once I go to live again, just click Apply, and it should register a number there for the Numark Orbit for the scene that I want to trigger. Now, just to test those out, to make sure that I did that correctly, I do have these set up and connected. So I know that I have this button, and this button. This button's for my moving head, and this button is for my uplight scene. So if I trigger these scenes, these should actually work. So let's just see if it strobes. Okay, turn that off. And green, I think it was green that I used, so it should register. I think I didn't do that one right, but that one did actually register on there. And then for the other one, which is this button for my moving heads, that one should trigger my moving head scene. So let's try it, and it works. Too easy. Okay, so we have 2 out of 3. I probably needed to held that button just a little bit longer, but okay, I have this one, and this one that I have to trigger a scene. And let's just say for purposes I want to use that, and I want to color those. What I want to do is, I think this one is my power strobes, I believe. So I think that one's controlling my power strobes, or the strobe scene. Okay, and that one's controlling the moving heads. Let's see, I think that's a moving. Is that the one? Yep. Okay, so let's just say I want to color these. I want to color this one pink, and I want to color this one white. In the Numark Orbit, I think there's about 11 or 12 colors that you can select any of these buttons, the colors for any of these buttons. I want to use white for this one, and I want to use pink for this one. And the way we do that is when I press and hold the pad bank selected is on, press and hold it for 3 seconds. Whoops. Press and hold it for 3 seconds and press any shoulder button. K1 through K4 should start blinking. Select the button you want to color, and it'll should automatically start blinking. That's yellow right there, and it's off, then green, then orange, then light purple, then dark purple, then light blue, then light dark purple, then red, then green, and then white. That's the color that I want. Go ahead and hit the pad bank button again, and then hit the shoulder button to save it. Oh, let me do this one over here. It's this for 3 seconds, and then to save it. Should have worked. And 1, 2. 2 and 3. There we go. So now it's saved as white. I think this is the one that we hit. Yep, that's the one we want to use, and we're going to make that pink. So hit that again and hit it for 3 seconds, and then hit the shoulder button. They should blink again, K1 through K4. You can actually select a whole bunch of these if you want to use for any color, not just one. I just want to let you guys know. But this is the one that I want to use. So I want to color that one, select it, and then I change the color to pink. That's green, that's red, that's purple, that's light blue, that's light purple, that's pink right there. And to save that, I want to go ahead and hit the button again, pad bank 1, and then hold it down, and then hold the shoulder button down and click it. It should actually save. There we go. So now that I have saved, I have my color saved for whatever particular color I want to use for these particular scenes that I have. So if since this is pink, a pinkish color scene that I have, I just use pink, and I had that coordinated here on the pad bank select on my pads, as well as my strobes as well. So and that's it, and that is how to map a Numark Orbit through Show Xpress using your live here with this USB dongle. It works up to about 30 to 60 feet, so I could be at the back of a place if I'm only doing a lighting only show, and I could not have to be at my desk or my laptop or my desktop using the keyboard or the mouse. Great tool. So guys, if you got any questions, feel free to give me a call or give me a hoot, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can with any questions. Again, this is DJ Be Quiet with Divine Sound and Lighting. Thanks guys. Peace.